All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into our Dumble episode. It was right in between a jam-packed schedule, lots of stuff going on. We're finally home and able to process the whole experience. And I think it was just a beautiful thing. Big shout out to Rio for letting us come into his world. And it was just an incredible opportunity. A lot of time led up to this. And a lot of things had to kind of fall into place for this all to happen the way it did. And we just so appreciate you, Rio. If some of you caught the Guitar World magazine feature or saw Jason Momoa's post, we are so happy for Jason. He spends a lot of time on Kauai, so it was a very natural transition for that amp to stay in a local's hands, if you will. When I delivered this down to Jason, we immediately put it in the studio and they started playing it right away during the session. Man, that was such a moment to hear it making music again in context of a band. We also decided to take the carpet off, which there's kind of a surprise that went along with that. So we talked about it for a little bit and we decided, man, we gotta yank it. We gotta bring it to a natural deal and kind of mirror what our buddy Ben Harper did. One thing we noticed with this amp is all the white Tolex remained. If you saw Ben's, some of it was wood that maybe the roadie had first started taking off that Tolex to try to apply that carpet, whatever happened. This specific one that we picked up still had all the white Tolex. So we decided, let's do it. One thing that we realized, which was a shock, was I thought it was gonna have this kind of stain, this residue from that adhesive that was under the carpet. That came right off. We actually had to be careful how we were handling the amp because we wanted to keep it dirty. We figured we can always clean it to that cool pure white Tolex, but I mean, look at Jason's aesthetic. He lives in a junkyard, so it was like, let's keep it dirty for now at least, and kind of get halfway there. Looked awesome. Most looked like cowhide or this blood orange look, and we wheeled it into the studio and it was just perfect. It looked so cool. So huge shout out to Jason, man. Thank you so much. And we've teamed up on some amazing pieces over the last 20 years or something like that. And this was definitely one for the books. And so big shout out to Jason as well, who kind of completed this whole adventure. Mojo Gaucho asked why there's no mention of the Les Paul Standard. Because it's not a real Les Paul Standard. This was a handcrafted instrument, souped up with patent number pickups. There's a lot of items, and we showed most of them, but there's a lot of things that just got kind of loaded up. You did see a quick clip of this, but trust me, if it was a burst, we would have taken a little bit more time with it. But yeah, this is a really, really cool, unique piece. Rio sought out this builder who did an awesome burst replica and put some original parts on it. So super cool piece, but not an original Les Paul burst, nor an original Gibson. One of the comments brought to my attention, and it looks like one of you guys answered, about taking the screws out of a guitar and putting them back in their original place. That is an important aspect. And if you notice, Tyler is overly prepared and has a cutout that places each screw and piece exactly where it's supposed to go. These guys knew as much as I did basically and took this home like homework, and we're totally prepared and stepped up. So Tyler had notes on everything and every possibility of what we could be looking at. Matt knocked it out of the park. I mean, I always call him the Swiss Army knife because he does so much down here. We haven't taken him on a trip like this before, but with how involved this was, he was incredible to have there. Matt was able to talk UPS into coming to the Airbnb and doing a huge pickup, which saved us a lot of time. And he puts love and care into everything, and that is what you want. So everything arrived perfect. There was zero issues with that. And then Nikki, Matt's wife, she was awesome. She was so helpful. She was a runner for us and helping pack stuff. She did a lot. Huge shout out to Ken Lapworth. He's one of my closest friends. We've known each other for over 20 years. That guy works his butt off, following me around, doing stuff. It's a one-man show, and this is great for the whole shop to watch and just like relive all that. And it's also not AI, that's Ken narrating, and we're pushing for him to do that. We dig it. We saw a couple comments going, oh, the AI voice. That's Ken. This Dumble was special. So obviously people, someone's gonna express concern about bringing the Dumble on the beach. We think about these things. We were all sitting on the other side of it waiting. Just by the small chance that some water would come up, we had two guys ready to grab the amp and put our life in front of it, basically. So I understand, but no, we're on top of that. It's incredible what Dumble can do with combos. They don't have this ceiling of compression. They feel like they can go on forever and open up. They feel like they're expanding over and through the cabinet, which is really crazy to experience. Getting a combo with that much juice and detail is just an extraordinary feat in itself, and only Dumble can do it.